Hi, I'm Belinda Luscombe, editor-at-large at Time magazine, and it looks like I'm standing at a normal desk, but actually what I'm standing at is a walking desk, so you can exercise while you work. Now, this, to me, is the best breakthrough since, people did scratch and sniff for their sexiest men alive, because you get to do two things that you don't necessarily want to do, exercise and work, at once. Before you do anything, you have to enter your weight, which is kind of confronting, but anyway, there you go. I'm just going to put my little hand over. You don't need to see that. And then when you, okay, I'm just going to make my weight up. And then you press start, and it counts down, and it starts you off at the very, very scary pace of 0.3 miles an hour. But if you're an experienced walker, I've actually been walking for most of my life, you can increase the speed quite a lot. They say the optimum speed is about 2 miles an hour because you burn calories and you get yourself moving, but you don't actually break a sweat, so you don't kind of get stinky and skeeve out your office mates. I spent much of my time walking about 2 miles an hour, 1.5, depending on the degree of difficulty of what else I was trying to do, like write or read the internet or look for goofy videos. It just depends. There's a different speed for any of those. What you find is that you sort of get used to it, and if you're doing something that's very absorbing, you can be walking for an hour or two, burning a couple of hundred calories, and not really even notice it until you get really thirsty or you have to sit down at the end of the day. So when people come in to talk to you, it's kind of rude to have your back to them, so I sort of perfected this Zorba the Greek move. Can't really see my feet here, but it's one foot in front of the other, little hand on the desk, and you sort of Zorba the Greek, and that way you can talk. One thing I found quite difficult was walking backwards. You really need to hang on for that one. I did fall off once, so that was, just luckily there was nobody in my office at the time. If you fall off, this comes undone, and the treadmill stops automatically. Of course, you would prefer it stopped before you fell off, but that can't really be helped. I tried to walk as much as I could every day, and it turns out that some days I walked as much as 5 hours, and some days I could only walk about an hour and a half. By the end of the week, I walked about 22 miles while standing at my desk, and I burned like about 2,000 calories, and I felt like I was working at about 70% of my productivity. Eventually, when I had to do something that required a lot of brain power, I had to sit down and write. But for the most of the stuff you do, the everyday transactions, talking on the phone, you can do it walking just as well as you can do it sitting down. And at the end of the day, you kind of feel like a farmer, like you've really done a hard day's work. Not just your brain, but everything hurts. And so then when you get home, you have the perfect excuse not to tidy the house or anything. So that worked well too.